So I've got to face the reality that likely a lot of things could die in this drought before we get any major rain. This blood orange looks horrible. Bottom soaking a ton of plants here, as much as I can get in this rainwater collection barrel here. Things like this plant, yeah, it looks like it's already gone. Other ones could be on their way out. We're moving a lot of our stuff to the shade, but even the shady area, those Gerber daisies are drying up and shriveled. I've got fig trees that look, and a couple pomegranates that look like they're about dead. Our grafted American persimmons is already losing a lot of leaves, so you know, I was so looking forward to this, and I'm sure if it was established, it would be fine after a year or two, but it may not make it. Our fig trees that have been here, even though it hasn't grown much until this season, for like 7 or 8 years, looks like it's just not happy at all. Dunkin' grapefruit still has not done well, and we are just within spraying distance of this guy, you know, maybe 20 feet. And we don't have any like hoses that'll reach a lot of these areas. And even if we did, we can't just pour a gallon, 2 gallons, 3 gallons on here, because you know, the roots barely get wet that way, and it just absorbs into the ground. You really need a drip, slow drip, you know, for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever it takes to perk these leaves up. Of course, the pineapple guavas are notorious for being finicky in drought, but they may be a little bit more resilient than other plants, as long as you get to them in time with a drip or whatever. But then again, time is an issue with us because we're so busy. So no one could predicted the drought, you know. In fact, they said this was going to be like a huge storm system this year, a huge storm year, maybe like 25, 27 storms, you know, in the Atlantic. So we were expecting rain, and we had a lot of days where they predicted thunderstorms, and we got nothing or just a tiny bit of sprinkling. The sugar bale has been looking bad. Of course, we watered it this morning, but not on a drip. We don't have a way to drip like 30 or 50 plants at once. Got some more deer scat here. Found another 2 or 3 piles about 3 days ago in this probably about 20 or 30 feet from the other piles of deer poop. At least one of the blueberries that we planted in this raised bed number 1, as it looks like it could be on its way out as well. And this is an area we spray usually at least once a day. And this really large, fantastic avocado just looks like it's shriveling, including like the limbs and stuff. It's just, I don't know, not getting enough water. We slow dripped it this morning for a little while, maybe an hour or so. And we always spray water on it, but again, it may just not be getting that steady, slow stream of water it needs for the first year or so. Another avocado here, we're bottom soaking here, and like several more blueberries and a few little flowers. So we're set to potentially lose 6 blueberry plants or more, possibly 2 avocado trees. And this is our sparkleberry, the second one we planted, and it looks like it's either dead or dying, so we potentially lost that too. Those 2 citrus trees, the blood orange and the Dunkin' grapefruit, 1 or more pineapple guavas. To mention the Christine pomegranate, the last one we planted, and other smaller fig and pomegranate plants we have in pots. So yeah, no one can really predict the weather, and if you don't have sprinkler systems, drip systems, you know, you could have a drought, or you could have major freezes, you could have freaking major flooding that could just wipe out, you know, all your new crops. Natalie could lose $200+ worth of roses this season as well, since she kind of decided to keep all of them in pots this year. The only good thing, I guess you could say, that could come out of this is the mystery bed we were working on, and all the other raised beds we either haven't started or just barely started working on. If we would have had all those planted out, that's potentially, you know, several $100 more worth of plants that could have just died in the drought. You know, had our, you know, circumstances in the household not changed, you know, where we have the kids 24/7, then, you know, we could be, like I said, we could have lost a lot more plants. I hope that we can save the majority of these plants that are looking so bad. but I doubt we can save them all. The bad thing about it is we're not even in the heat of the summer yet. We're not up to like 98 degrees, 99, 100 degrees yet. So unless we consistently get, like a light shower for hours at a time, like every day, every other day or so, and we could still, lose more than what we're seeing. Well, wish us luck, and let's hope the weather changes for the better, and these guys are happy. But this is probably, no matter what, going to end our planting in the ground season, unless we find us the right time to do some peanuts or something. Putting trees in the ground that are going to be stressed by either the drought or the flooding, that's possibly coming, next month or two. And then I think our garden season is mostly our wetland zone 1 has not, we did not, do anything as for the most part. We did not get that done. That was like a major failure. Our raised bed project, even though we haven't gotten everything we wanted done, we got a lot done. Whether or not stuff succeeds or fails, we'll still have the existing beds there for next season. We'll still have our plans, to move forward on new beds for next season. But take care, guys.